Hello everyone. Welcome to the mini lecture on electromechanical control technology. Today, we will learn about the diagnostic methods for stepper motors. Our lesson will cover the following two main topics. Through this lesson, I hope everyone can identify and describe common fault types and causes of stepper motors. You should master the basic methods and steps for troubleshooting stepper motor faults and be able to conduct troubleshooting independently. Stepper motors, as important components in the field of automation control, have their operating status directly affecting the performance and stability of the entire system. Therefore, mastering diagnostic techniques for stepper motors is crucial for ensuring the normal operation of the equipment. Now, let's start with the first part, how to check the condition of a stepper motor. 1. Appearance check. First, inspect the appearance of the stepper motor for any obvious physical damage or deformation. If there are visible cracks, deformations, or scratches on the motor casing, it is likely that there are internal faults that require further examination. Additionally, check whether the motor's connectors are loose or disconnected. 2. Electrical testing. Next, conduct electrical testing. Use a multimeter or battery tester to measure the resistance and voltage of the stepper motor. Normally, the resistance of the stepper motor should fall within a certain range, and the voltage should be stable around the rated value. If there are abnormalities in resistance or voltage, it is likely that there are internal faults in the motor. 3. Rotation test. Finally, perform a rotation test. Use a power supply and controller to activate the stepper motor and see if it can rotate normally. If the motor fails to rotate or rotates abnormally, it is likely that there are internal faults that require further investigation. Next, let's move on to the second part, troubleshooting stepper motor faults. 1. Power supply fault. If the stepper motor fails to start or operate normally, the first thing to check is the power supply. Make sure the power cable is securely plugged in, the power switch is turned on, and the power is stable. If there is an issue with the power supply, immediately check the power line connections. Ensure the power switch is on, and verify that the power voltage is stable within the rated range. 2. Controller fault. The controller is an essential part of the stepper motor system. If the controller malfunctions, the motor will not function correctly. Check that the controller's connection cables are securely plugged in, and that the controller is operating properly. If there is an issue with the controller, immediately check whether the controller's settings and programming are correct, and confirm that the connection cables between the controller and the stepper motor are intact and securely connected. If the controller cannot be repaired, replace it or contact the supplier for repairs. 3. Internal motor fault. If, after performing appearance checks, electrical testing, and rotation tests, the stepper motor still does not function properly, the motor's internal components might be faulty. In this case, open the motor and check its internal parts for any issues. If any components are damaged, replace them immediately or send the motor to a professional repair center for a thorough inspection. Ensure that all components are correctly installed and connected to avoid further damage. 4. Mechanical fault. Mechanical components of the stepper motor, such as bearings or parts, can also malfunction. These issues may affect the motor's rotation and precision. If mechanical faults are detected, immediately stop using the motor and perform a detailed inspection. Depending on the findings, you may need to replace worn bearings or replace broken parts. During repairs, ensure all mechanical parts are correctly installed and adjusted to the appropriate clearances and positions to restore normal operation and precision. 5. Environmental factors. Environmental conditions can also impact the performance of stepper motors, such as high temperatures, humidity, etc. If environmental factors are affecting the motor's performance, take appropriate measures, such as installing heat sinks or adjusting the humidity level. Now that we understand how to diagnose the condition of a stepper motor and troubleshoot faults, remember, don't panic when a fault occurs. By following the steps above, you can quickly identify and solve the problem. In regular maintenance, it's also important to pay attention to the motor's operating environment and usage frequency. Clean and maintain the motor regularly to extend its service life. Lastly, please think about this lesson and complete the following exercises to consolidate today's knowledge points and deepen your understanding. That concludes our lesson for today. See you in the next lesson.